Alright, welcome everyone to Triggered Gaming, episode 1 of our playthrough of Endless Sky. There are 0 people here today, so we're just gonna get into this. There are rules to our experience today. We are going to be playing a playthrough of the game Endless Sky. And it's going to be special Iron Man rules. So if I die, I'm dead forever. Second rule: anytime I'm offered a mission, I have to take it, unless it's not possible for whatever reason. All right. So let's just get started with this new game. Endless Sky. You grew up on New Boston, an uninteresting world in the dirt belt. You've dreamed of owning a starship ever since your first visit to the spaceport at the age of 15. After many long years of working at a textile mill, you've finally saved enough credits to apply for your pilot's license from the Republic. After receiving the license, and with freedom from this planet at your fingertips, you travel to the bank to take out a loan on your first ship. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so let's get this game started. Our first name is going to be Hank, and our last name is going to be Star Chaser Jr. Hank Star Chaser Jr. So basically, this is just like we go to the bank, it looks cool, and this is the story behind it. We're getting a loan for 480,000 credits to pay for our boat, and that's going to be 2,500 credits a day. Every day, you have to pay that amount of money. So this is going to be fun. All right. The elevator is so well tuned that you don't even realize it's moving until it has deposited you back in the lobby. But as you leave the bank, you are smiling. This crazy adventure suddenly feels real to you. You are going to do it. You are finally going to get off of this planet. Compared to the bank, you feel much more at home in the shipyard, walking among the rusted out hulks and newer ships that gleam in the sunlight. You smell grease and dirt and rocket fuel. Wonderful smells. There are 3 ship models within your price range. Which one you choose will determine your future. Alright, we have a shuttlecraft, and we have a star barge light freighter, and we have the interceptor, the Sparrow. I'm going to go ahead and buy this Sparrow interceptor craft here. Although we are warned, government reports indicate that as many as 2 out of every 3 first-time ship buyers who choose to pilot a Sparrow lose their ship and often their life within the first month of owning it. Pilots who have survived longer than that tend to swear by replacing the stock weapons with missile launchers. Alright. Maybe we'll look into that. Maybe we won't. But, if we die, we can just start over again. So, no big deal. Alright, and of course we will name our first ship the Star Chaser after ourselves. Alright, Star Chaser it is. Ooh, we've been encountered by someone. Alright. With some trepidation, you give the shipyard owner your money and take your new ship for a test drive, piloting it out of the shipyard and onto a spare landing pad by the spaceport. When you get out and look the ship over a bit more closely, you are busy polishing out a few rust spots with a piece of steel wool when an old man in a grease-stained coveralls walks up. "Nothing quite like buying your first starship," he says. "Yeah, I'm still kind of in shock over how much money I spent, well, I don't plan to get too attached to this one. I'll be flying something much nicer before long, or beat it, old timer. I got more important things to do than to chat with you." Well, this sounds like I'd be declining the mission that I'm being presented with in violation of the rules. So we have to go with, let's play it Dirt Eater Small kind of guy. He grins. I know the feeling. It's a crime how much interest the banks charge to first timers. It's been that way ever since when I first started out. You're a captain? You ask. Was, he says. Sold off my fleet a few days ago, and I already miss it, but it was time. Time for me to retire. His voice trails off. Then his face lights up. Say, any chance I could hitch a ride with you? Maybe show you the ropes? Give you some pointers? I could pay you, of course. Sure. Where are you trying to get to? Well, he says, I've got a spot reserved in a retirement home, but I don't mind taking a roundabout way to get there. For starters, how about you give me a lift to New Greenland? It's just one jump away from here. I can mark it on your map. Oh, sounds good. Great, he says. My name's James, by the way. Hank Starchaser Jr., you say. I'm looking forward to traveling with you, Captain Starchaser Jr., says James. As you're helping him wheel his luggage aboard and showing him his bunk, he says, before we take off, you might head over to the trading center and stock up on medical goods. We can sell these for a good profit on New Greenland. Also, make sure to visit the local outfitter. Well, they don't sell much here compared to on the big manufacturing worlds. Every world with an outfitter will at least carry a map with information on neighboring systems. Buying them can help if you're not quite sure where you're going. Oh, alright, so we should check out the outfitter. So we go down here. Ah, the Star Chaser. Such a nice craft here. We have 15 tons of cargo space, so we can carry those 15 tons of medical supplies he was talking about. What else do we got here? Not a whole lot of much. So, spaceport, nothing happening. Map, we are going to take him to this little blue dot here in the Arcturus system to New Greenland. The medical supplies are worth 94 credits per ton. A difference. So that's the way the map works. So it shows your port. You can click on the different planets, systems, and then down here it'll show you the difference in trading goods prices from where you are and where that is. So medical goods are 94 credits per ton more expensive in that system. And that's how you do trading. You find the difference in the value and then you sell for the highest value, etc., etc. But that's all we need for now. So let's go ahead and depart. Hit J to jump to the next system. And off we go. Alright, there we go. Landing down onto New Greenland. As you land on New Greenland, James says, congrats on your first trip through hyperspace. I'm impressed that you didn't throw up. Most folks do the first time. Including you? You ask. Yeah, and then spent half an hour in orbit cleaning my cabin while hoping the passengers wouldn't come out of their bunk rooms and see the mess. Not my proudest moment. Anyway, here's your pay. He hands you 10,000 credits. Then he adds, if you're okay with giving me a lift for a while longer, sell off any of that cargo you brought and then meet me in the spaceport, and I'll see if I can rustle up an interesting work for you to do. Alright, well, trading, we have our 15 tons. We sell all that. We're down to 15 free. So anytime you come to a town, a planet, you hit the map and you can look at the job board by coming down here and seeing what kind of things you could be doing. I like to sort it by value. So you can say, well, how much is the most expensive one? And make that appear on top. There's a wanted outlaw entering that system. You can fight them, and if you defeat them, you'll get 50,000 credits. But, like, we were warned, let's fast track Dead Town. So we're going to go ahead and not do that yet. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to stream and then I'm recording the stream, and then following in 15-minute increments, I will take a break, stop the recording, and then start it back up again. And I'm going to upload the episodes to the Triggered YouTube channel. If you're curious about catching those later. Otherwise, feel free to follow along if you want to. And we're just going to play through this garbage. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and I want to see where old James is going to take us before we decide to figure out what we're doing or what we're buying. So find James standing in the landing pad underneath a large freighter chatting with a man you assume is the captain. There you are, he says. Captain Eldred here says his 2 ships have been having trouble with pirates ever since they left the Rim 10 days ago, and he's looking for an escort to get them safely to Gemstone. Are you interested? Of course. Great, he says. Whenever you're ready to leave the planet, they'll take off behind us and follow us to Gemstone. As you begin walking away together, he adds in a quieter voice, normally a fresh pilot like you with no combat reputation would never be offered a mission like this, so try not to mess things up. Remember that we don't have to kill the pirates, all we have to do is make sure the convoy isn't destroyed. But freighters are slow, so you can't just go skipping through hyperspace as fast as you want. You'll need to stick around and make sure they are behind you. There's a little trick to escort missions like this, because as soon as all of your ships are in the same system together and you land your spaceship, then they'll all be considered to be landed. So if you're being attacked by pirates and you land, then all the ships in the system will land. There's other tricks you can do, like directing your ships to hold position in a system while you leave to fly away from the pirates, and then come back when they are all in that system, and then land. Anyway, we don't need to get into all that, but we do need to see where we're going. So we're going here. There are 2 other missions there, but they don't have any juice. See how they're doled out, and we don't know what kind of stuff they got going on there, because that planet we don't have information on. But we could buy clothing at a very low price, and maybe we can sell it for something more than that. If you hold down J, then all your ships decide to jump together. So I'm going to go to that next one first. Alright, they will follow me here eventually. So we can wait. Ooh, just got missiled. Alright. One more jump and we'll be at our destination system. Alright. So. Oh, jeez. And just like that, our first run through with Hank Star Chaser has come to a end. Very cool, very cool. Alright guys, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back we will start again with Hank Star Chaser the Third. See you in a little bit.